Hey, what's up, guys? Wanted to share a quick video and an experience that I had this morning. And it's just a testament to how I am constantly learning in this business and how, every state is different and they have different ways about doing things. And it's just a constant learning curve, this business. But here's the situation, here's the story. So I got a call from one of my attorneys, and we just did a deal where we recovered about $47,000. Our net profit was $14,000. That's after attorney fees and everything. So we netted $14,000. And this was a deal I did with one of my partners, so they got half. And it was really interesting. It was an estate case, and what had happened is a homeowner passed away, and there was a tax lien. This was in a tax lien state, so this was a TOW, tax sale overage. And the lien was sold at auction. Obviously, the lien, it was not redeemed, and so the investor foreclosed on the lien, took possession of the property, and an overage was created, a very large overage. Because we recovered, what did I say, 47 or 48, somewhere in that range. And that was only half of the total overage. And because there were two children of the deceased homeowner, and we were only able to sign up one. Now, what I didn't know is I had assumed that there was an estate case opened, and so I assumed that the other heir that was not our client was the one that opened up the estate, and that they got the rest of the money. Turns out I was wrong, and this is why you should never assume anything. There's that saying, I don't know. Anyway, apparently in this state, if somebody dies and there's funds left over, they'll open up an estate regardless of if the heirs are the ones that open up the estate. I've never heard of this before, actually. So this state just appoints a random personal representative, usually an attorney, to conduct the estate case or the probate case. And what was interesting is, this attorney, this personal representative, they knew about the two heirs. They knew about the son and daughter. And I don't know what efforts they made to contact the heirs, but obviously they were not good efforts because, one, our client didn't know about the money until we contacted him. And what I learned is the sister didn't open up the estate, so she doesn't know about the money. But because I assumed that she was the one that opened the estate, we weren't looking for her. We just thought she got the money. And this is the call that I got today. The call from my attorney said, "Hey, listen, do you have contact information for the sister?" The person that was not our client. The reason the attorney that did the estate case is asking for the sister's contact info so that they can send her the other half. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, she wasn't the one that opened up the estate? And my attorney's like, no, they do it automatically if the heirs don't come forward. And so I was shocked, because this means that, one, half the money is still sitting there. That other $47,000 that we didn't recover, because remember, we only recovered half, that other half is still sitting there. Also, what the attorney told me is that if the sister is not found, that other half is going to go to the school education fund, the state education fund. They're just going to give it away. So I was shocked, because I'm like, there's opportunity here. Now we have an opportunity to find the sister, sign her up, and, get her money, and then also, make a little more profit on the same deal. So very weird, and I'd never heard of this, and it's just a state thing. It's just a state thing where if heirs don't come forward, but there's money available, they appoint a random attorney to open up the estate. They do the estate case, they'll look for heirs, And I guess they'll send them notice, but they're obviously not very good at finding people. And yeah, so now we have an opportunity to collect the full amount instead of just the 50% that we've already collected. So it's very interesting stuff. And again, this is a good reason why I use attorneys, because they're able to, I'm able to learn these things from them. And you know, because without this attorney, without her calling me, I wouldn't have known, and that money would have gone to the state. So now we're skip tracing the sister, trying to reach out to her, and hopefully we get her signed up and are able to get her half versus the state getting that money. So really is a good service we provide. I mean, it's very clear to me that, you know, the states, the counties, the courts, they do very little to try to find these people. Very little. Usually what they do is they send a letter. And that's pretty much it. And this is just my opinion, but I think that the government does not have people's best interest at heart. Because, you know, the government's run by individuals. And individuals have biases, and if there's a way for the government or individuals within the government to profit, then they're going to do what suits them and what's going to be best for them, not for the people that they are supposed to serve. That's just the reality. You know, like these states that say you can only charge so much as a finder. They say that's to protect the consumer from being taken advantage of. That's BS. The reason they have those fee limits is because they know if there's less people trying to reach out and let, you know, people know that there's money coming to them, that means there's more of a chance that the government is going to keep that money because no one's going to come forward and claim it. So, but that's just opinion. So interesting stuff, guys. Hopefully that was useful. Again, so the key takeaways from this video, again, every state is different. And when you start, and this is why I say you should start with one state first, because when you go into a new state, it's like starting over from scratch. It's like starting the business over from scratch because you have to learn everything and how the states do it. But you just learn as you go. You learn as you go. And so that's why, but that's how I did it. You know, I started in one state and then moved on to other states. And that's what I recommend others to do. So key takeaway, start in one state, learn it, do some deals, then branch out. Key takeaway number 2, every state is different. Every state has different procedures. Key takeaway number 3, I use an attorney. Don't be cheap. Attorneys are very valuable, especially if they know what they're doing. So don't be cheap. I mean, this attorney that we use in the state is not inexpensive. They take 10% of the deal. So if I sign someone up at 30%, I'm really only getting 20. But I don't have to come out of pocket up front, so it's fine. So those are the 3 main takeaways for this one. And yeah, let me know if you have questions. If you want to get into the tax sale overage business or the surplus funds recovery business, and you want me to teach, you want to learn from me and how I've done it, and possibly have the opportunity to partner with me on deals, then the first step would be to check out my course. Go to www.overagesyndicate.com. Go through the videos. You can reach out to me via email if you have questions, and start learning the process. And I have the process outlined for you in the course, examples of forms, scripts to use, all that good stuff, guides to all 50 states. So check that out at www.overagesyndicate.com, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.